Next up to bat, number 27, Tyler Shore. Batting for the Warriors, right fielder number 11, Hunter Curley. Next up to bat, right fielder number 18, Nathan Keller. Next up for the Cyclones, second baseman number 17, Eric Wall. Next up to bat, shortstop number 12, Hayden Roush. Meltzer and Keller score for the Cyclones. Roush save at third. Denver leads 3-0. Now batting pitcher number 15, Jacob Skaggy. Roush scores for the Cyclones, leading 4-0. Now batting third baseman number 11, Logan Hanlon. stepping into the box, catcher number 29, Braden Vance. Batting number 3, Miles Mathias. Next up to bat, left fielder number 8, John Smeltzer. Next up to bat, number 37, Gavin Brown. Double to right field. Next up for the Warriors, second baseman number 22, Riggs Baby. Bailey draws the walk. Next up to bat, number 4, Elijah Ike. Now batting for the Warriors, number 4, Elijah Ike. And ball. Now batting for the Warriors, shortstop number 17, Garrett Shannon. Shortstop number 12, Hayden Roush.
Just set the max.
Denver. Pitcher number 15, Jacobs Aggie.
Okay, I'm on. Oh, keep the outside one on too? Okay. Hey, folks, I'm going to go ahead and take you guys the rest of the way. Just so I can kind of get my groove back doing the play-by-play. It's been a week and a half, I think, since we've had a home game and a live stream. And there's a ground ball that's trouble, and TJ Jakin wasn't able to get that, so the runner will be safe. And Roush will find his way to third base on that play. I'm sure that will go down as an error, probably on the throw. That'll bring up Hanlon, the third baseman for the Cyclones. He's 0 for 1 so far in the game. Has a walk. And there's a pitch. Oh, we got him. Hit by pitch. So that'll load the bases. I don't think we have any outs yet, do we? No outs yet. Wapsie Valley trails in this game 4-0. Denver scored a few runs early in this contest. That pitch is taken for a strike. You guys are in the area, come on down. It's going to be a great day, great night for baseball. Temperature should get down below 80. Varsity game will start about a half hour after the conclusion of the junior varsity game. Counts 1 ball and 2 strike, and he swings, popped it up, but it's going to drop foul. The Wapsie defenders weren't quite able to get over to it. Hilsenbeck is on the mound for the Warriors. Molds pitched the first 3 innings. Did a pretty good job, only gave up 4 hits. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. Makes her count 2-2. Here's a pitch by Hilsenbeck. That pitch is taken for strike 3. So that's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Broxton Sauerbrei. Broxton has a hit in this game so far. Got an RBI. Took that first pitch for a ball. He's also walked in this game. Swung on, popped up in the air on the right-hand side, but it's going to drift out of play. That'll even our count 1-1. And that pitch is taken down low. Looks like we have 2 people on the live stream. Hey, let me know how I'm doing in the comments, would you? Do I sound okay? Is it streaming okay? That ball is hit toward the hole, and we're not able to pick it up. That's Garrett Shannon, over at shortstop. So that'll go down as an error. And that'll score Rouse. Makes our score 5-0. That'll bring up Joe Smeltzer, the left fielder for the Cyclones. He's 0 for 1, but he got on base and scored a run. Looks like he was hit by a pitch earlier in the game. He chops that one up, right up to the middle, over Hilsenbeck's head. Garrett Shannon picks the ball up, tries to flips it to Bamey, who wasn't able to get a hold of it. So that'll go down as another error. Might go down as an infield hit. I'm not sure, but that's going to score 2 more runs for the Cyclones, making our score 7-0. Miles Mathias is now up. He's the designated hitter. He plays down a bunt. Hilsenbeck picks it up, throws it over to first to Jakin to retire Mathias for the second out of the inning. But that will move the runners up to second and third. There are 2 outs, though. That'll bring up their left fielder, John Smeltzer. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Did get hit by a pitch earlier in the game, so he got on base and actually scored a run. Took that first pitch for a strike. Here's the pitch by Hilsenbeck. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Would like to hold the score right here. And there's a pitch. He check swing. Did he go? No. Makes our count 1-2. Here's a pitch. Check swing. Oh, he went. That'll retire the side. The Cyclones did score 3 runs, though, on, I think, 2 hits, 1 hit. There was a few errors in that inning. We'll be back.
Coming up to bat for the Warriors, number 27, Tyler Shore.
All right, we're back for the bottom of the 5th inning. Tyler Shore is due up to bat for the Warriors. He's 0 for 1 so far in today's game. This is just his second plate appearance. He takes that pitch outside for a ball. This Steggy has been a really good pitcher for the Cyclones tonight. He's only given up 2 hits and 1 walk. He struck out 4. Tyler gets a hold of that one, but I think he pulled it a little too much. That ball's going to go foul. So that'll even our count 1-1. Cyclones do have a young team. There are a couple of the players on this JV team that will be playing varsity later. That ball is hit out of play. Some coaches will do that when they have a younger team. Sometimes it's just a matter of they don't have enough players to play the entire JV. Tyler steps out of the box, calls time. Steggy looks ready. And here's the pitch. That pitch is taken outside and low for ball 2. That will even our count 2-2. Steggy's only at 56 pitches so far, so he's not only has he been good, but he's been conservative on his pitches. That ball's hit over the shortstop's head for a single. So that's the third hit of the game for Wapsie. And that'll bring up Hunter Curley. He's playing right field. He's also played center field for the Warriors. He's looking for his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 1. There's the pitch. Swung on, hit, popped up in the air, past the second baseman. That might drop. And nope, the shortstop came over from his position to catch it. That'd be Roush on the play. So that'll be the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up T.J. Jakin. He's the first baseman for the Warriors. He's also looking for his first hit of the game. That was a really nice play by Roush. Came all the way from the shortstop position to make that play. The second baseman was going back on it, and the outfielders were playing just a little too deep. That ball's hit sharply up the middle. Roush will step on second, go to first to complete the double play. So that'll do it. No runs, one hit, no errors, one runner left on base. That'll make our final score Denver 7, Wapsie Valley 0. We'll be back here in about a half hour for the start of the varsity game. So we'll take a break, and I'll be back with the pregame in about 30 minutes. We'll see you then. Thank you. All right, baseball fans, we are back live for our baseball stream, live from Wapsie Valley Field. I am your play-by-play announcer, Shane Kelly. Today's matchup features two North Iowa Cedar League teams, the Denver Cyclones from the Central Pod versus our Wapsie Valley Warriors, who is in the East Pod. Looks like it's going to be a nice day out for baseball tonight. Our game time temperatures is around 78, 79 degrees. There's a slight southwest breeze that might favor the right-handed hitters, but it's a great night for baseball. If you're in the area, come on down. We'll be under the lights here shortly. The Cyclones come into this game with a 2-11 record. They are coming off a win over East Marshall that they won 2-1 on Wednesday night. They have played a very tough schedule so far this season, so don't be fooled by their record, as this is a game between two longtime rivals. And the Cyclones have played a very tough schedule. I'm thinking off the top of my head, they played Newman. Mason City Newman, who is ranked in Class 1A. Also West Marshall, who is another ranked team in Class 2A. Class 2A. Don't be fooled by their record. They're coming in here ready to play. Their top offensive players are Chase McEwen. He's a sophomore. He's got 2 home runs already this season. He leads the team with 10 RBIs, and he also leads the team with a .351 batting average. Another one of their top offensive players is Hudson Mercado. He's a sophomore. He is second on the team with a .312 batting average, and he leads the team with a .488 on-base percentage. Actually, he's second on the team to Chase McEwen in on-base percentage. Tonight's starting pitcher for the Cyclones will be Lincoln Rattler. He throws around low 70s on his fastball. He also features a changeup and a curveball. Talked to Coach Dustin Rewerts, before the game, what his keys were to winning tonight. He wants to limit the walks. They have been giving up a lot of walks lately. He's also concerned about getting key hits with runners in scoring position. He said they've been doing a good job with getting runners on base and getting them in scoring position, but they're not scoring. But he loves the way his team is hustling, and he was looking forward to tonight's game. Wapsie Valley is coming into this game 10-8. They are coming off a disappointing loss at 6th-ranked North Lynn and last night Jessup. Both games were lost in the bottom of the 8th inning for North Lynn, and last night it was bottom of the 7th inning at Jessup. So they're coming off a couple of really tough losses. Wapsie's key top offensive players is actually their top 4 hitters in their lineup. Justice Kelly, he's second on the team in hits with 21. He also leads the team in singles, and he's hitting at 350 batting average. Jake Shore, he leads the team in runs scored. He also has a home run. Tucker Latterberg, he's third on the team in hits with 20. He has a home run. Leads the team in on-base percentage with 500. Jackson Kuhlman, he's their team leader in hits with 22. He's got 6 doubles, which leads the team. He also has a .393 batting average and a .536 slugging. Both of those numbers lead the Warriors. Tonight's starting pitcher will be Tyler Shore, that is. He is making his first varsity start tonight. He's so far this season, he's 0-2 with a 2.25 ERA. He has 1 save on the season. Opponents are hitting just .216, though, and he does have 16 strikeouts in just 9.1 innings of work. He features an upper 60s fastball that will sometimes hit 70. He also has a very good curveball, which he's used to strike hitters out. Also, we'll probably see Tucker Latterberg tonight in relief. Tyler Shore will probably be limited to around 65 pitches, and then Tucker Latterberg is also eligible to play again tonight. He hasn't started since Monday night. He'll come into the game with a 3-2 record. He sports a 0.63 ERA. He's got 34 strikeouts in 22.1 innings. Talk to the coaches on the keys to the game. Let me bring that up here. Which now Sorry, I'm having a... There it is. Let me put that up for you guys. The coaches, this is the Costa serving up to success keys to the game. The coaches' keys to the game. Obviously hitting. Coach wants to see some good hitting tonight. Defense has been a real key. Last couple of games that we've lost close games have been due to a couple of key errors that were made in the game. So he's hoping to limit the errors tonight. He's been really impressed with the pitching. He wants to continue that good pitching. Coach said this is his best coaching staff or pitching staff that he's had in his career. They have a 2.18 team ERA. Officials for tonight's game are Mike Haslett and Nate Sauer. He'll be behind the plate, Nate will, as our home plate umpire. Tonight's starting lineup, first for the Denver Cyclones. Bring that up to the screen here for you. Oh, let me clear that up. So for Denver, this is what their starting lineup will look like. Jordan Ness will lead off. He'll play catcher. Chase McEwen, he's at shortstop. He'll bat second. Batting third will be Braxton Sauerbrei in left field. Batting fourth will be Jacob Steggy at DH. He will be DHing for, I have the name here, Logan Hamlin, who will be at third base. Lincoln Rattler, he'll be the pitcher, batting fifth. Batting sixth will be Kinnick Iverson, playing first base. Batting seventh will be Miles Mathias. He'll be in right field. Batting eighth is Hudson Mercado. He'll be in center field. And rounding out the Denver Cyclone lineup will be Joe Smeltzer at second base. For the Wapsie Valley Warriors, this is how they line up out in the field. You've got Justice at shortstop, Kane Schmitz at second. Kuhlman will be at first base. Behind the plate will be Latterberg. Tyler Shore will be at pitcher. Blake Hesse will be at third base. Manny Hebner will be in left field, and in center field, Blake Bellis, and in right field will be Jake Shore. Once the PA announcer is done with the lineup, we will have the national anthem. Which we're about. Is Jordan Nuss. He comes into tonight's game batting 171. He leads the team in walks with 10. He's tied for the team lead, I should say. He's tied with one other hitter with 10. He takes that first pitch for a ball. Let me reset the score here. Shore comes set, and here's the pitch. Time was called. Called a balk on Shore. I don't think he came set for a long period of time. You have to come set for like 4 seconds. Here's a pitch from Shore. That pitch is swung on and missed. Tucker Latterberg drops it, but he'll throw to first base to get the out. Advancing to third, though, is Nuss. But that's the first out of the inning.
Left fielder number 1, Braxton Sauerbrei.
That'll bring up Braxton Sauerbrei. He's also a sophomore. He's batting .235 so far this season. He swings and misses at the first one. That pitch was up and in. But he took a good, healthy swing at it. He's got 8 hits so far and 34 at-bats. He gets on base 33% of the time. He takes that next pitch for a strike. The Cyclones have a fairly young lineup. There's only 2 upperclassmen, 1 senior. That ball skied up in the air into center field, shallow center. Briar Bellis camps under it. He'll throw it in. Tagging from third and scoring is Nuss, and that'll be the first run of the game. But that'll be the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Jacob Steggy. He's their one senior that's in the lineup tonight. So far this season, he's batting 172 with the 273 on-base percentage. Ticks up. And there's a pitch. Swung on and missed, strike two. Steggy's got 5 hits so far this season. He's got 2 sacrifice bunts to his credit, but this isn't the situation for it here. But he does lead the team with that. He calls time. Umpire grants it. And he's back in the batter's box, and we're ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's driven into left field for a base hit. That's his 6th hit of the season. That's actually Denver's first hit of the game. And that brings up Lincoln Raffler. He comes in tonight's game with a .261 batting average, .306 on base. He swings and misses on the first one for strike one. He's tied for the team lead in singles with 10. He also has 2 doubles so far this season. Lincoln is only an 8th grader. There's his curveball, strike 2. Like I said, that's Tyler Shore's best pitch. He throws it at the same arm angle as his fastball, so it's tough to pick up on. Shore comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Popped up in the air. That's trouble. It's going to get over Justice Kelly's head, and Manny Hebner picks it up. For this season and 27 at bats.
Courtesy run number 17, Eric Law.
Eric Law comes into courtesy run for Rattler, who's going to be tonight's pitcher for the Cyclones. Here's a pitch from Tyler. High and outside for ball 1. Tyler checks the runners, and here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Makes our count 1-1. Shore comes set, and here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. 73 mile an hour on that fastball. Tyler checks the runners, and here's the pitch. That pitch is popped way up in the air, but it's going to go foul and out of play. Our count remains 1-2.
For the Warriors, shortstop number 22, Justice Kelly.
All right, we're back for the home half of the first inning. Justice Kelly steps into the batter's box. Here's a pitch from Rattler. Lead the team in whip, which is walks and hits per innings pitched at just 1.9. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken downstairs for a ball. Makes her count 1-2. Here's the pitch from Rattler. That pitch is taken up high for ball 2. Looked like a curveball that didn't quite break. And here's the pitch. That pitch is poked on the right-hand side, but it's going to go out of play. Kelly is protecting that outside corner. Rattler's got a changeup and a curveball. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit sharply to the third baseman. He picks it up, throws it over to first to retire Kelly. That play will go 6-3. Hanlon to Iverson. And that'll bring up right fielder Jake Shore. Jake is batting .300 on the season so far. Here's a pitch from Rattler. That pitch is hit high up in the air towards center field. Back on it is Mercado, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So there's quickly 2 outs now. And that'll bring up Tucker Latterberg, the starting catcher. Tucker is batting .370 on the season so far. He has a .500 on-base percentage. Here's the pitch from Rattler. A pitch is taken. No, it's fouled off. 73 mile an hour on that fastball. That pitch is taken for a strike. Coach Rewerts did tell me that's where he sits. He sits low 70s on his fastball, but he's got the curveball and changeup. Here's the pitch from Rattler. That pitch is fouled off again. So far, he's throwing strikes. Rattler's only walked 6 hitters so far this season. Here's the pitch. It's swung on, popped straight up in the air toward the right fielder. Is rushing in, and he'll make the play for out number 3. So in the bottom of the first inning, the Warriors go down quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We'll be back for the top of the second inning. Due up for the Cyclones is Miles Mathias, Hudson Mercado, and Joe Schmelzer. We'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, we're back here for the top of the second inning. Kyle Mathias is up for the Cyclones. Kyle only has one hit so far this season, but he only has 13 at-bats. So he hasn't played a whole lot. He swung on and missed the first pitch for strike one. It's just been reported to me that the Wapsie Valley softball team is up 4-2. 5-2 now in the bottom of the fifth inning. That pitch is taken high for a ball. I believe they're bottom of the fifth inning. Great. They're playing Center Point Urbana. There's a pitch swung on, hit to the third baseman. Hesse picks it up, throws it across to first baseman Kuhlman for out number one. That'll bring up Hudson Mercado. He is a sophomore. Mercado, he is tied for the team lead in hits, in singles, I should say, with Lincoln Rotler. He's got 10 hits and 32 at-bats. His batting average is .312. He takes that pitch high for ball one. He's also tied for the team league in walks, or with 10. He's tied with Jordan Nuss in that category. There's the pitch from Shore. Swung on, hit into the gap in left center. That's going to go all the way to the fence. Briar Bellows picks it up, and he's got a leadoff. He got a double there. Not a leadoff double, but it's a one-out double. So that'll put runner in scoring position for the Cyclones. And it brings up Joe Schmeltzer. He's a junior. He's the other upperclassman in the Cyclone lineup. He's batting .167 so far this season. He's got 3 hits and 18 at-bats, so he hasn't played a whole lot. He shows bunt. He lays one down. Shore will pick it up, throw it to first. It pulled him, but the throw pulled him off the bag. So that'll go down as an error. A sacrifice bunt, though.
Smeltzer reaches on the sacrifice bunt. An error by Tyler Shore.
That'll be an error on Shore. Advancing to third is Mercado. And that'll bring up the top of their order. Jordan Nuss is a sophomore. The Cyclones have a great scoring opportunity again here in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch. He's showing bunt. Pulls the bat back, takes it for a ball. Smeltzer doesn't have a stolen base yet this season, so I'm not sure if he'll be running or not. This is typically a situation that teams would like to run it with a runner on third. It's a difficult play for the catcher to make, to throw out the runner at second. Shows bunt again, pulls the bat backward, takes ball two. On deck is McEwen. As I said in the pregame, he's been the Cyclones' leading hitter. So I'm sure the Cyclones would like to bring him up to bat with runners in scoring position. Here's a pitch from Shore. He's also shown, but that ball gets away from Tucker, but they'll lay down the tag. He'll throw it to Shore for the second out of the inning. Good job by Tucker Latterberg getting back quickly. We don't really have a deep backstop here. So if that ball bounces off that wooden plank that's at the bottom, it can be fairly easy to throw out a runner trying to score from third. There's a strike. Advancing on the runner to second is Smeltzer. So now he's in scoring position, but there's now 2 outs in the inning. Nuss will be now looking for either a walk or a hit here. I don't think he's going to lay down a bunt now. Unless he's trying to get a hit. He's only got one strike on him. So it's possible. Tyler checks the runner. Nuss calls time. Shore comes set, and here's the pitch. The pitch is swung on, pops straight up in the air. That might be playable. Hesse is, he drops the ball. So that'll be the second strike. Didn't look like he got himself in good position to make that catch. He was kind of turning around. Turned one way, turned toward the other, and it went off his glove. Makes our count 3-2. Shore comes set, and here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. No damage done in the inning. No runs on one hit. No errors. One error on the Warriors. Left one on base. We'll head to the home half of the second inning. Due up for the Warriors will be Coleman, Schmitz, and Bellis. We'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, we're ready for the bottom of the second inning. Jackson Kuhlman is up to bat. Jackson has been the Warriors' leading hitter so far this season. He's batting .393 so far. Leads the team with 22 hits. Takes that pitch outside for a ball. He also leads the team with 6 doubles, and he has a triple. That pitch is taken outside. Got past the catcher for ball 2. Rattler pitched a really good bottom of the first inning. Only threw 12 pitches. That pitch is taken for a strike. Makes our count 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on to miss, strike 2. That evens the count 2-2. Rattler comes set, and here's the pitch. That pitch is taken inside for a ball. That makes our count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Coleman's got 8 walks so far this season. So he'll take it. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. That's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Kane Schmitz. Kane is batting .240 so far this season, but he has a .457 on-base percentage. He swings at the first offering for a strike. He leads the team in walks. So far this year, he's got 18 walks. So he is a patient hitter. That pitch is taken right over the plate for strike 2. Maybe a little too patient on that one. Ball gets away from Rattler. Smeltzer gets it back into him. And here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up in the air and out of play. Kane's got 12 hits so far this season. There's a pitch taken outside for a ball. Makes her count 1-2. Rattler moves pretty quickly here. That pitch is taken to the outside corner for strike 3. So that's our second out of the inning. And that's Rattler's second strikeout so far this inning. That'll bring up the Warriors center fielder, Briar Bellis. He's got 9 hits so far this season. He's batting .176. That pitch is hit skied up in the air, but out of play. Briar has 2 doubles so far this season. Here's a pitch from Rattler. That's chopped right up the middle. It's going to be a difficult play for the shortstop. He picks it up, guns it over to first to retire the side. That's McEwen to Iverson to retire the side for the Warriors. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll head to the top half of the third inning. Due up will be McEwen, Sauerbrei, and Steggy. We'll be back here in just a minute. So we're back here for the top half of the third inning. Due up for the Cyclones. Chase McEwen, he's their shortstop. That softball score, by the way, became final. So Wapsie Valley defeated Center Point Urbana 5-2. They'll advance to the semifinals in the Jessup tournament. They won the first round against Don Bosco and won again tonight. So go Warriors. First pitch is swung on and hit foul for strike 1. Softball team's off to a great start so far this season. That pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. Like I said, McEwen's got 2 home runs already this season. This guy's only a sophomore. Looks to be a very promising player for the Cyclones. That ball is skied high up in the air. But Jake Shore comes in for out number 1. That'll bring up Braxton Sauerbrei. They did switch the outfielder, so that was Jackson Coleman that made that play in right field. There's the pitch from Shore. That's skied up in the air. Coleman camps under it and makes the play for out number 2. That was Steggy? I thought that was Sauerbrei. Yeah, that was Sauerbrei. PA announcer made a goof. One of the few he's made. Usually I'm the one goofing. He's correcting me. Tonight I've corrected him twice. I think I'm up 2-0 tonight. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. That is rare. I'm usually the one screwing up. I had the pitcher for the Cyclones pronunciations, Rattler. I don't know what he was saying. He had to ask. That pitch is fouled straight back for a strike. 1-1 is our count. Steggy's their only senior. He's playing DH tonight, designated hitter. That pitch is swung on and fouled off for strike 2. Got a 172 batting average so far this season. He's got a hit, though, in the first inning, so that batting average went up a little bit. He's 1 for 1 so far today. Here's the pitch from short. Swung on, fouled straight back. Our count remains 1-2. So 6 out of 30, that gives him a 200 batting average. I know math. Get the thumbs up. He tried to check his swing, but he couldn't. He went around. So that's a third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll be back for the home half of the third inning. Hebner, Hesse, and Harder are due up for the Warriors. We'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, we're back for the home half of the third inning. Manny Hebner steps into the batter's box. He is a junior for the Warriors. He's batting .250 so far this season. He's got an on-base percentage of .333. 12 hits on the year so far. Here's the pitch. The pitch is taken for a strike. I was checking the Class 1A numbers, and Manny Hebner is second in the state in Class 1A in sacrifice flies. That pitch is taken high for a ball. So if there's a runner on third base and less than 2 outs, Manny Hebner is your guy. He will get him in. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. Makes our count 2-1. Manny's got 7 walks on the season so far. There's a pitch from Rattler. That pitch is taken up and outside for ball 3. 3-1's a count. There hasn't been a base runner yet for the Warriors. That pitch is swung on to miss for strike 2. Rattler has been right around the plate. And the Warriors have been swinging. Here's a pitch from Rattler. That pitch is taken just on the outside corner for strike 3. So that's Rattler's third strikeout so far this game. That'll bring up Blake Hesse. He is a freshman. Blake leads the team in RBIs with 15. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. He's only batting .155 so far this season. But the hits he has gotten, there have been runners on base. That pitch is taken for a strike. 1-1's our count. There's the pitch. That pitch is swung on and smashed into the gap between short and third, and that'll be a hit. First hit of the game for the Warriors. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Mason Harder. Mason Harder is a senior. He's got 6 hits so far this season, batting .162. But he has drawn 9 walks. So he's got a decent on-base percentage of .354. The pitcher will throw over to the first baseman. Iverson. Hesse is back in there safely. So Rattler comes set, and here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Now, this is Mason Harder's first season playing varsity baseball. I probably mentioned that every game. But it feels like it's been 2 weeks since we've had a game, so maybe it's worth repeating all that information. So Harder is just getting himself settled back in, getting used to the timing. Fouled that one away for strike two. I believe he got a hit last night against Jessup. Here's the pitch from Rattler. The pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike three. That's the fourth strikeout for Rattler. But that'll bring the top of the lineup up. Justice Kelly. He's batting .350 on the season so far. Got 21 hits and 60 at-bats. Rattler comes set, and here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. On the right-hand side, out of play. So tonight I asked the Wapsie players what their favorite music was. Their song, band. A pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. Strike two. Justice had a hard time coming up with one for me. I told him when I threatened him that I was going to pick one for him, he finally came up with one. He likes Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. He likes the music that's not quite all that old. I say that because that's about my age. Pitch is taken down low for a ball. I think the guys like me coming around asking him questions. Gives me something to talk about. Pitch is fouled straight back. Justice has been making really good contact. But it's been right at people. Well, last night he had 2 hits. He also reached on an error.
Rattler is charged with the ball.
That was a balk called. So Hesse will move into scoring position, giving Kelly an RBI opportunity. He's got 9 so far this season. Would like to tie the game up right here if you can. That pitch is swung on, fouled off to the right-hand side, out of play. Count still 1-2. I had no idea where he came up with that song, though, Billie Jean. I had no idea he even knew what that song was. But Michael Jackson's pretty popular. There's a pitch by Rattler. Swung on, skied up in the air. Left side. Left fielder Sauerbrei gets under it and makes the catch to retire the side. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Our score remains Denver 1, Wapsie Valley 0. We'll be back with the top of the 4th inning here in just a minute. We are back for the top of the fourth inning. Due up for the Cyclones is Lincoln Rattler. He's their pitcher.
Leading off the fourth for the Cyclones, pitcher number 7, Lincoln Rattler.
Rattler has a hit in this game so far. He's 1 for 1. Got his hit in the second inning. That pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. The Denver players ask who their favorite professional team and their favorite athlete, like I do every visiting team. That pitch is skied up in the air. Kane Schmitz gets over there, and he makes the play for out number 1.
Rattler flies out to the second baseman, Kane Schmitz, for out number 1.
That'll bring up Kinnick Iverson. He's a sophomore.
Next up to bat, first base.
He's got a hit, too, in this game.
Kinnick Iverson.
He's 1 for 1. That's his 7th hit of the season. Kinnick's favorite team is the Minnesota Twins. But he said his favorite athlete was Michael Vick. That pitch is taken inside for a ball. I don't know if he's old enough to have watched Michael Vick play. Close. Oh, boy, he got a hold of that one. That ball's hit into the gap. It's going to go all the way to the fence in left center. Hebner picks it up, throws it into Kelly, and he'll have a double. Stand-up double.
Doubles to left center field.
That's his first double of the season.
Next up to bat, right fielder
And it puts a runner in scoring position for the Cyclones. That brings up Miles Mathias. Miles is just a freshman. He's 0 for 1 so far in today's game. He's getting his sign from the coach. Might be looking for a bunt here with 1 out. Got Mercado on deck, who's got 10 hits so far this season. And, yep, he is. He's laid down a good one. Hesse will cut it off, throw it over to first in time for out number 2. So that'll move the runner to third base, but they're now 2 outs. And that'll bring up Hudson Mercado. He's only a sophomore. Like I said, he's got 10 hits on the season so far. 4 RBIs. Hudson told me his favorite team is the Yankees. And Aaron first to retire the side. So no damage done in the top half of the fourth inning, but there was 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Our score remains Denver 1, Wapsie Valley 0. We will be back for the bottom of the fourth inning here in just a minute. And we're back for the home half of the fourth inning. Jake Shore is due up for the Warriors. He's 0 for 1. He's now playing at catcher. So Wapsie did make some defensive shifts. Tucker is now at first base. That pitch is taken down low. Oh, nope, that's over the plate for a strike. That pitch is fouled off the nub of his bat for strike 2. So I didn't get a chance to ask Jake who his favorite singer was, so I went over to his mom, Dana Shore, and asked her. She called his girlfriend. So they told me that he likes girly rap songs. His favorite song is Pump It Up, that was played at the Clayton Ridge game, and he was out there dancing to it. So we're going to say that's his favorite song, since he wasn't around when I was asking the guys those questions. So he likes girly rap music. That pitch is hit high up in the air, deep towards center field. Bat goes to the wall, and that's over his head. And that'll be a stand-up double for Jake Shore. So that'll put a runner at second base for the Warriors. So if you guys see Jake, ask him which girly rap songs he likes. I'm sure he'll be happy to tell you. That brings up Tucker Latterberg. Tucker's 0 for 1 so far in this game. Tucker likes country. His favorite singer is Jason Aldean. That pitch is taken down low for a ball. Dirt Row Anthem is his favorite song. Is that a Jason Aldean? Is it? Okay. That pitch is hit high up in the air. Boy, he got a hold of it, but it's going to go foul. Out of play. Oh, Tucker acts like he's limping a little bit. He's stretching himself out. And that might be why he came out from behind the plate. Here's a pitch by Rattler. That pitch is smashed toward the gap and off the shortstop's glove, and that should be a hit. That'll put runners on the corners now. He almost caught that. McEwen did. And if he would have caught it, he would have had Jake Shore doubled off.
Coming into pitch run for the Warriors, number 6, Logan Sauerbrei.
Logan Sauerbrei will come in to pinch run for Tucker. He's got a noticeable limp as he heads back to the dugout.
Now batting, right fielder number 31.
It'll be interesting to see if he can stay in the game. He's over there talking to the trainer right now. Jackson Kuhlman's now at the plate. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Jackson also likes country. Everything I Love is a song that he gave me that he likes. Pickoff move. Nothing doing. The first baseman drops the ball. That'd be Iverson. But he picks it back up. No damage done. We've got runners on the corner with nobody out. Terrific scoring opportunity for the Warriors. Here's the pitch by Rattler. That ball is hit high up in the air, straight back towards us and out of play. Makes our count 1-2. That pitch is hit high up in the air towards center fielder. Center fielder will get under it. That's Mercado and makes the grab. Tagging from third is Jake Shore, and he'll score for the Warriors. So that'll go down as a sacrifice fly for Jackson Kuhlman, and that ties our game 1-1.
Next up to bat, second baseman number 1,
Logan Sauerbrei wasn't able to advance on that. The ball wasn't hit very deep. That'll bring up Kane Schmitz. Kane will lay down a bunt. The pitcher will pick it up. Rattler checks the runner at second and goes to first, and he'll get Kane Schmitz for out number 1. But that'll go down as a sacrifice for Schmitz. That'll put a runner in scoring position. But now there's 2 outs in the inning. But up to bat is now Briar Bellis. Briar doesn't have a hit yet. He's 0 for 1. But he has been hitting the ball much better as of late. That pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. Briar likes rap. He said his favorite song is Little Baby. Right on. Is that the... That pitch is taken outside, or right across on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1's our count. That pitch is hit sharply down the first base line, but foul. For strike number 2. Bella steps back into the batter's box, and here's the pitch from Rattler. That pitch is smashed up the middle. Rattler makes the catch and drops the ball to retire the side. But the Warriors get on the board. They score their first run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning. Our score is now tied 1-1. We'll be back here in just a minute.
Our score tied up 1-1.
Okay, we're back for the top of the 5th inning. The Cyclones have their number 9 hitter due up, Joe Smeltzer. He's a junior.
Second baseman, number 5, Joe Smeltzer.
Smeltzer doesn't have an official plate appearance. Forget what he did the first time at bat. But he's got 3 hits so far this season. That pitch hit him. So he's going to get on base to lead off the top of the 5th inning for the Cyclones. And that'll bring up the top of their lineup. Jordan Nuss is 0 for 1. He struck out his last time at bat, but he has a walk in the game and scored a run. He scored the team's first run in the first inning. So here's the pitch by Shore. All bunt is laid down. Shore makes the catch, and he'll throw it over to first base for a double play. That's a terrific play by Tyler Shore, who dove, make the catch on that little pop-up bunt. He rolls her over the grass and gets back up and makes a solid throw to Sauerbrei, who's now in the game, for 2 outs. That is Latterberg over there? Okay. Need to fix game changer then. That pitch is taken right across the plate for strike 1. There's 2 outs now in the inning. Chase McEwen is up to bat. McEwen is a Cardinals fan. And guess who his favorite player is? They all say Molina. Every Cardinal fan I talk to, they all say their favorite baseball player is Yadier Molina. That pitch is taken upstairs for ball 2. That's okay. He was a good player. I'm sure he'll be in the Hall of Fame as well. 1 in 30, you think? That pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. 3-1's now our count. Here's the pitch from Shore. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. That makes our count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled it off. McEwen plays shortstop for the Cyclones. Here's a pitch. That's a curveball that just didn't curve. So that'll put McEwen on the first base. And that'll bring up Braxton Sauerbrei. He's their left fielder. He's 0 for 1 in the game so far, but he does have the team's our only RBI. He drove in Nuss back in that first inning. Shore throws over to first. Good to see Latterberg still in the game. Shore checks the runner, comes home with it. That pitch is upstairs for a ball. Got a close game so far. And like I told you in the pregame, we can't look at the record when these two teams meet. Denver and Wapsie are always going to give each other a battle no matter what their records are and how their teams are doing. That pitch is taken upstairs for a strike. Foul tipped, actually. That evens our count 1-1. And like I said, their record is deceiving anyway because they played a lot of tough teams. Talked to the coach about that, and he said he likes it that way because he says it prepares his team for July when the games really matter. That pitch is taken for a strike. That makes sense. You know, you play good teams, and when you get into district play, you're going to play good teams. And if you've been playing good teams all season long, that could help you advance. That pitch is taken a little upstairs for a ball. McEwen takes second on that. Nobody was really paying attention to him. So McEwen takes the opportunity and steals himself the base. That's his 5th stolen base on the season. He leads the team in that category. So that puts a runner in scoring position. That ball is skied up in the air. Briar Bellis comes in, camps under it, makes the play for out number 3. So no damage done. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. Our score remains Cyclones 1, Warriors 1. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th inning here in just a minute. Okay, baseball fans, we're back for the bottom of the 5th inning. Starting off for the Warriors is Manny Hebner. He's a junior. 0 for 1 so far in this game. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Manny couldn't give me his favorite music type. He says he likes them all. So we'll just say he likes jazz or opera. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. But he did give me a favorite song. He says his favorite song is Party in the USA. Good choice. So the pitch is fouled off on the first base side. Our count remains 0-2. Manny's got 12 hits so far this season. He's got 1 double. That pitch is over his head for ball 1. Rattler's at 61 pitches, so he's been very efficient. We're already in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch from Rattler. That pitch is outside. He hit 72 on that one. Evens our count 2-2. Rattler comes set, and here's the pitch. That pitch is skied up in the air on the left side. I think it's going to go out of play, and it is for a foul ball. Hebner got under that one. There's the pitch, taken outside for a ball. Hebner's battled back to make this count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rattler has not thrown a walk yet. And here's the pitch. That pitch is hit up in the air, fouled straight back. The count remains 3-2. He struck out 4 Warriors so far in this game. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken downstairs for a ball. There's the first walk. And that'll put a runner on first base for the Warriors. That'll bring up Blake Hesse. He has the first hit of the game. So he's 1 for 1. Oh, that pitch gets, or that ball gets by the first baseman on the pickoff attempt. So Hebner will advance to second on that error. And that'll put a runner in scoring position. It looked like the ball might have hit Hebner in the hand when Rattler threw the ball over there. He'll shake it off. We'll see if Coach Jakin puts a play on here. That pitch is fouled straight back for strike 1. Hesse has 10 hits on the season so far. Like I said, he leads the team in RBIs with 15. So he's taking advantage of these situations. That pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 2. But he's down in the count, 0-2. Here's a pitch by Rattler. That pitch is hit sharply to the shortstop, who scoops it up, throws it across to the first base to retire Hesse. But advancing on to third is Hebner with only 1 out. And that'll bring up Mason Harder. Mason Harder's 0 for 1 so far in the game. He's got 1 RBI so far this season. I'm sure he'd like to get his second one right here. Coach calls time. So Coach Rewerts will be out there talking to his pitcher. Hebner and Harder are huddled with the coach, Tom Jakin. I'm sure he let them know what his plan was. Umpire goes out to break it up. And we're getting ready to play ball again. So Harder steps into the batter's box, batting 152 so far this season. That pitch is taken for a strike. Make that 162. Warriors are looking for contact here to score Hebner. Here's the pitch from Rattler. That pitch is dragged down for a bunt, but it's fouled off. He hit it right at the plate, and it didn't even get out of the batter's box. I think he fouled it straight down and then back into the catcher. So that makes our count 0-2. Wonder if he'll still have him bunt here. That pitch is swung on and missed. Catcher will pick it up, throws it over to first. Coming home is Hebner, and he's going to score on the drop third strike. Smart base running by Hebner. He had a good secondary lead, and when Mason swung and missed and took off for first base, that gave him an opportunity to score. So that'll make our score Wapsie 2, Cyclones 1. That'll bring up Justice Kelly now, at the top of the order. Justice is 0 for 2. The pitch is taken upstairs and in. There's now 2 outs in the inning. Justice is 0 for 2. He's made contact both times. Here's the pitch by Rattler. That pitch is taken down low for a ball. Kelly's our shortstop. That pitch is hit high up in the air. That will drop right in front of the right fielder for his first hit of the game. So that'll keep the inning alive for Jake Shore. Last time at bat, Jake hit a blasting double. If he can get a hold of another one, it could score Justice from first base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit up in the air, right into center field for a hit. So that'll put runners at first and second. And that'll bring up Tucker Latterberg. Tucker's 1 out of 2. He had a nice hit, I think last inning. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for a strike. They are getting Rattler's pitch count up there. He's up to 77 now. So they are making him work this inning. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken inside for a ball. Looked like a curveball there. It didn't quite catch the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That pitch is taken for a strike. Looked like Latterberg was looking for his fastball there. Got the change up, so he laid off of it. Here's the pitch. That pitch is swung on, chopped to the shortstop. He takes a funny hop and gets over his head. In to score is Justice Kelly. Jake Shore rounds third. He's going to score. Tucker limps into second. So that'll give the Warriors 2 more runs, making the score 4-1. That'll give the Cyclones an error. That's actually their second error of the game. The Warriors just have one. Brings up Jackson Coleman with the runner in scoring position. That pitch is smashed into left field. That's going to get down for a hit. In to score is Latterberg. He's limping, but he's going to make the score. Coleman ends in with a double. That gives the Warriors the lead 5-1. Coleman's 14th RBI in the season. Tucker Latterberg was noticeably limping, though, coming around third base and scoring. And I believe the coach is going to make a pitching change. And he is. So we'll be back here with the changes. Okay, we're back in action. Braxton Sauerbrei is now our pitcher. The pitcher, Rattler, moved to shortstop, and McEwen went out to left field. Oh, here's the pitch taken outside for a ball. Kane Schmidt's now the Warrior hitter. Sauerbrei is just a sophomore. He comes into this game with just 5.1 innings pitched. That pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. He's given up 6 runs, 5 of them earned in those 5.1 innings. So his ERA is 6.56. Here's the pitch. Swung on and here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So this is only his 6th game that he's pitched in. All have come in relief. Here's the pitch by Sauerbrei. Swung on. Chopped foul on the third base side. Our count remains 1-2. Kane has 5 RBIs so far this season. You'd like to add to that total. That pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. Evens the count 2-2. Kuhlman is standing on second base. He just hit that. At this level, lefties probably don't get to see very many lefties and vice versa. Hitters or pitchers. Pickoff move over to first. Gets away from the first baseman, but not the walk. So, yeah, this is his second time. We went all the way around the order. Here's a pitch from Sauerbrei, taken outside. Oh, nope, that's called a strike. Strike 1. Caught the outside corner. To 1. So we're going to head to the top of the 6th inning. Wapsie 7, Denver 1. We'll be back here in just a minute. Rattler's 1 out of 2 in this game, so he's got a hit. There's the pitch, swung on, hit to the third baseman who picks it up, throws it over the Chris Davis. He signed that huge free agent contract with the Orioles and then didn't hit all that well. Gone down as one of the worst free agent contracts in baseball history. Pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. So maybe he was just joking with me when he said it. That Yankees fan. If you're from Iowa and you like the Yankees, you just like winning teams. That's just it. That's just it. You got to root for a winner. That pitch gets away from Shore, so the runner's going to move up. That'll go down as a wild pitch. Shore should have gotten down on that one, though. But that's all right. Nothing hurt. 2 outs in the inning. That pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. 2-0. Shore has been very good behind the plate this year. He's thrown out a couple of base stealers. Been pretty reliable on his blocking. That one just got away from him. Shore gets the sign from Shore. Mercado asks for time. Umpire grants it. And here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. Makes our count 2-1. Tyler looks in for the sign from his brother Jake, and here's the pitch. There's that curveball. It froze him. 55 mile an hour on that curveball. It's nasty. That evens the count 2-2. You go from throwing 73 on his fastball, and then you throw that hook in there, it's going to freeze hitters. Here's the pitch. Taken downstairs and outside for ball 3. That's a really neat curveball that Tyler Shore has. Can't speak enough about it. Here's the pitch, taken upstairs for a ball. So that'll load the bases. That'll bring up Joe Smeltzer. He's their second baseman. He also told me his favorite team's the Cardinals. And guess who his favorite player is? Yeah, Molina. Let's just say Molina. I can't say the first name right now. Just think, guys, you got a play-by-play guy that can't even pronounce. In just a minute.
2 runs on 1 in, 1 Warrior, leading 3 on the base. Due up for Wapsie Valley. Mason.
We're back for the bottom of the 6th inning. Nuss came into the game in the last inning. He's got 6.1 innings so far, 6.63 ERA. He features a curveball, fastball. Mason Harder is up for the Warriors. He takes the first pitch for a strike. Mason said his favorite music is rap. He likes Drake. Favorite song is Fair Trade. That pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. A few of the players said they like rap music. 3 of them, in fact. That pitch is taken down low for ball 2. Well, 4. I forgot Jake's girly rap songs. I'm sure he's going to love to hear that. If you guys see him, ask him which girly rap songs he likes. That came from his girlfriend, by the way, through his mom. The pitch almost hit Harder. Taken inside for ball 3. And that pitch is outside. Ball 4. So that's Harder's 10th walk of the season. And that'll take us to the top of the lineup. Justice Kelly is due up for the Warriors. He's 1 for 3 so far in the game. He singled in that last inning where the Warriors scored 6 runs. Single in between the second baseman and the right fielder. Just dropped in there. That pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. Coach Jakin is calling in signs with a runner on first base. Here's the pitch. That pitch is swung on and hit right into the gap between the second baseman and the first baseman. That'll give Justice his second hit of the game, and it puts runners on first and second. Nice little poke there by Justice. He just took that pitch on the outside corner. The umpire's been calling it, so he just poked it into right field. And that'll bring up Jake Shore with a golden opportunity to put more insurance runners on the board. He's the Pump It Up fan. You ought to see his dance moves. They're pretty good. Pitch is taken outside for a ball. He was having a good time at Clayton Ridge. They were playing that song, and he was just out there just moving, grooving. Pitch is taken inside for ball 2. Jake is 2 out of 3 so far in this game. 2 hits. He's also scored 2 runs. Doesn't have an RBI yet. He's not going to get one here. He just got hit by the pitch. That'll load the bases up, though, for, well, let's see who's batting.
Next up for the Warriors, first baseman number 11,
Hunter Curley. So Tucker has come out of the game. Hunter has 8 at-bats so far this season. He hasn't had a hit yet, but he's got a pitch is taken outside for a ball. He did get a couple of starts early on in the season, so he hasn't been hitting all that much. He hits in the JV game, typically. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. The catcher threw over to third base, but Harder is back in there safely. Our count's now 2-0. Curley would love to get his first hit here. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Took a big hack at it. Just couldn't get a piece of that curveball. Might have been looking fastball there. Here's the pitch from Nuss. Swung on, fouled straight back for strike 2. 1-2. Oh. Thought that first pitch was a ball. That's on me. That pitch is fouled off. Curley is battling here. Should have asked Curley what his favorite music was. I forgot to ask him. That pitch is taken inside for strike 3. So that's the first out of the inning. But that'll bring up Jackson Coleman. He's a senior. He's a country music fan. He'd like to get some more RBIs tacked onto his total. That pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. Jackson's 1 out of 2 so far in this game. He does have 2 RBIs in this game, so he now is tied for the team lead with 15. That pitch is taken outside for ball 2. Let's see if Coleman can drive that total up even further. Bases loaded and only 1 out. Here's the pitch. Taken outside for a ball. Ball 3. Coleman's way ahead of the account now. He might be taken here. Although Coach Jakin is known to give his top hitters the green light in these situations. He wants them swinging at good pitches. But that pitch is taken outside for a ball. So that'll give Coleman another RBI. And that'll make our lead 8-3. That'll bring up Kane Schmitz, who's 0 for 1 in the game so far. But he's got a walk. I think he reached on an error as well. And he just got hit by the pitch. So that'll get him an RBI, a painful one. Justice Kelly will score. That's his second run of the game. Makes our score 9-3. That'll bring up Briar Bellis. Briar's due. He's 0 for 2 so far in the game, but he's made good contact. Pitch is taken outside for a ball. Nuss has gotten wild in this top half or bottom half of the inning. Here's the pitch, taken outside for ball 2. Nuss came into this game with 7 walks on the season. And only 3 hit by pitches. Coach asked for time, and I think he's going to bring in a different pitcher. Looks like the center fielder is coming in to pitch. So that'll be it for Nuss. We're going to have a pitching change. We'll be back here with the changes in just a minute. So Mercado is coming in to pitch. He was playing center field. Hudson Mercado is a sophomore. Mercado is 0 for 1 on the season.
Now is to pitch for the Cyclones, number 2, Hudson Mercado.
Pitched 6 innings so far this season, 6.1 innings. He has an 8.84 ERA. I didn't ask the coach what he throws. He told me about the other two that he thought would get into the game. But Briar Bellis is in the plate. He swings and misses at the first one for strike 1. He inherits a 2-0 count, so it's now 2-1. Looks like Matthias moved out to center field. That ball is hit up in the air and over the second baseman's head. An outstretched glove, and that'll score another run for the Warriors.
Bellis with the RBI single, scoring Garrett Shannon.
Garrett Shannon scored on that. He came in to courtesy run
Next up to bat
for Schmitz.
number 34, Manny Heather.
So that'll give Bellis his first hit of the game. He's now 1 out of 3. Manny comes up to the plate. He's 1 out of 2. He's got an RBI, scored a run. Also has walked in the game. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. Still only 1 out in the inning. Here's the pitch by Mercado. Counts now 2-0. Oh, that ball's going to hit him.
Heather is hit by the pitch.
Heber looked out at the pitcher, said something, but he gets an RBI.
Wapsie Valley now leads 11.
That'll make the score 11-3.
Next in
Not
the
sure
box,
what Hebner said.
Number 24, Blake Hesse.
So that'll bring up Blake Hesse. Blake is 1 for 3. He has a hit earlier in the game. And I'm sure he would like to take back his RBI lead with a hit right here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. He's been the leader pretty much all season. But Coleman just passed him with that last hit earlier in this inning. Here's the pitch from Mercado. That pitch is hit up in the air, and that's going to get over the shortstop. That's going to score one. Around two, he's going to do it. Briar Bell scores, and that'll make our lead 13-3, and I believe that's going to end our game with the 10-run. So Hesse did it. He scored 2 runs on that hit. Second hit of the game for Hesse. Our final score is going to be Wapsie 13, Denver 3. That's a 10-run rule. Would like to give a shout-out to our sponsors for today's game. I do need to mention them again. Sponsored by Access Systems. They're an Iowa-based company with offices across the state of Iowa and surrounding states. They feature copiers and printing solutions along with IT and phone solutions. They keep offices connected. Also, shout-out to Vandale Insurance in Fairbank. They can help you with auto, home, health, life, crop, and commercial insurance. Talk to Amber or Chad Vandale or any one of their fine agents. Also, Casa Sports Bar and Grill in Fairbank. If you're looking for a nice place to watch the game or take the family out for dinner, they do it all at Casa Sports Bar and Grill. So thank you for becoming a sponsor and supporting our Wapsie Valley baseball live stream. To wrap it up here, the Warriors got 10 hits tonight, scored 13 runs, took 4 walks, only struck out 7 times. The hitter of the game, oh boy, it looks like we got 3 different hitters with 2 hits. So Justice, Jake Shore, and Manny Hebner Blake Hesse all with 2 hits. Tyler Shore is going to get the win. That's his first win of the season. That'll make up his record to 1-2 on the year. On the Denver side, Denver finishes with 6 hits. They scored 3 runs, took 4 walks. Losing pitcher is Rattler, who pitched 4.2 innings, gave up 6 runs. He'll take the loss. Game was close right up until the end, folks. I mean, the score looks a little misleading, but it was a 1-run game right up until the 5th inning, and that's when Wapsie started pouring it on. We'll be back here. Let's see, let me get my sheet out with the next game. Wapsie's next home game will be against Sumner Fredericksburg. It'll be a doubleheader next Monday night. First game starting at 5 o'clock. So I will start the pregame show right around 4:50. So if you're going to be back on the live stream, it'll be the game time. So there's a doubleheader. For Denver, they'll be on the road. They'll have a doubleheader in Hudson next Monday night. And that game also starts at 5 o'clock. That'll do it for us here at Wapsie Valley Field, Warrior Baseball Stadium. Our final score in a rivalry game, Wapsie takes this one 13-3. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next Monday night. Everybody have a good evening.